Good morning. So I am on my way to pick up Kaya because we had a bit of an issue last night. I don't know the intimate details, but a skunk found its way into the dog's zone and proceeded to spray them. And then I don't know if it sprayed our porch or if there was like a skirmish and it just kept spraying around our house and it's like on the leaves. But our dogs sleep on our porch. So it woke me up at 3 o'clock this morning with a extremely foul scent of like burned rubber meets garlic. I don't even know. Like, I thought maybe something was on fire or a skunk. I didn't know which one, but it was horrendous smelling, like super nasty. But this morning Kaya got ready for school and left. Didn't think there would be any problems. I didn't think she had petted the animals, but she called me or texted me from school and said that she smelled like a skunk. So she's like that smelly kid at school. I feel so bad for her right now. So I am en route to save her and let her come home and shower. And I don't know, maybe one of her chores in the morning is to take care of chickens. So maybe the skunk sprayed around the chicken coop and she touched something and then accidentally touched her, you know, her jacket or her head or something. I don't know what, but never a dull moment now living out where there are critters. Now we just need to figure out how to make sure that it doesn't happen again and bathe our dogs in 38-degree weather without bringing them in the house, if possible, or without spreading the smell. I don't know.
Okay guys, so here's the deal. We've been skunked several times this year. It doesn't help that we're in the process of tearing down our old barn because there's a lot of junk that ends up getting pulled out into piles and sorted and sold. There's a lot of wood piles from wood that we're trying to salvage from the barn, scrap metal piles. There's just a lot of junk going on around here. On top of that, for some other projects we have going on in cultivating Spirit Hill, which is coming out in May, we've got big piles of rock around our yard. And I noticed, well, our dogs got a direct spray one night on the front porch. The smell was so horrific it woke us up.
This is what you look like in the morning after you just spent all night walking around your house wondering what that burnt rubber or burnt garlic smell was, and then you figure out that your dogs and your porch and everything you own outside has been sprayed by a skunk. And then you can't sleep because it's burning your nose and your eyes, and the smell is absolutely horrible. This is what you look like when you live in the country and you have skunks the next morning.
Our house smelled like burnt rubber and garlic for days. I did notice the last couple days the stench of a skunk. I have noticed it coming from this area. I went to pet one of our dogs last night. He smelled like skunk. It wasn't a direct spray, but he definitely has got some skunk on him. We're trying to figure out what to do about the skunk. This morning, after dropping our daughter off from school, I saw the skunk run from the rock pile across and into the barn.
Charlie spotted our skunk.
Just pulled back in the driveway and I saw it up here. It's a pretty good sized skunk.
Headed towards our barn. Well, our barn-ish building. Now he's trying to hunt it out.
I'm hoping that he's hiding out somewhere in here so I can get rid of this guy.
See if he can't rid us of the stinky critter
before he sprays our dogs again. He was heading in towards where we're tearing down our barn.
Kind of impossible to know which way he went.
Straight into there.
there. This way. He was coming from like that rock pile. And when I saw him, he was crossing right here.
You sure he didn't turn around because you scared him?
Over to the barn, smell him.
We'll stay back, thanks. Now, didn't we read that skunks can spray up to, what is it, 50 feet?
Yep, they're only gonna spray in one see me. And number two, he's only gonna spray if he thinks he can get a clear shot of me.
I guess it goes both ways then, huh?
Spray.
Coffee's getting cold.
If you were a skunk, where would you hide it?
Oh, there are 1,000,001 places a skunk could tuck down into. I think the skunk has won this morning. Poor Spokes. Stinks again. It's a good guard dog. But I think he won. It's a pretty morning. Abner, what do you say, buddy?
I tried grabbing a rifle and hunting it out. Of course, by the time I got my act together, I didn't know where it was, so I brought Spokes, our guard dog, over here. Is this just where he's stopping? Or do you smell it? Do you think it's right in here? Where'd it go, Spokes? Spokes, you're like shaking. It's just a skunk. He sniffed out the track into the barn and then just sat there and started shivering, probably because he's been sprayed so many times. So I brought our puppy Winter out. Winter kind of just traced the track around the barn 1,000 times. We did kind of narrow down an area where we think that the skunk might be hiding, but I can't see under there with flashlights. I've tried crawling up under there the best I can. So the big question here is, how do we get the skunk? We want to make sure that we can get it in a way that we don't end up trapping one of our barn cats. So I know that cat food is a delicacy for skunks. It would be, I would think, pretty easy to put some cat food in a trap and we would get the skunk, but we don't want to trap one of our own cats. So I don't know if there's other methods that any of you guys have. Obviously the junk is attracting the skunk. I can't do anything about that right now, but we're working on it. You'll have to stay tuned in May to see what we do with all this junk. We definitely need some suggestions to either lure the skunk out, or if there's a certain time of day when we should be watching for the skunk so that we can try and take care of it. But whatever suggestions you have, we're all ears. Put it down in the comments. I know that if some people feel that skunks are beneficial to your property, they are. We've got 30 acres. I don't mind them on the back side of it. This close to the house, with our animals getting sprayed, you know, having the kids help work on the barn, I don't want them to surprise the skunks. So we need suggestions on what we can do to either monitor it, see it, what time of days it would be coming around, or, you know, alternative methods to trapping it that wouldn't attract one of our cats into the trap.